Hey guys, Mark Spector Comics here, and I'm back with something different here for the holidays. So first I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone and Happy Holidays. Hopefully everyone's having some great time spent on these days off with the family, friends, and loved ones. I just wanted to show a few of my favorite holiday covers, books that I have in the collection. Not something I can just, readily pull off online and throw some images in there, but some fun stuff I have from the PC. And then I'll get into this week's new comic book day best bets of the week for $30 or less. So let's get into it. So I only have about, I want to say 5 or 6 fun holiday Christmas themed books, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's start off with the first book. So let's zoom this in. So the first book is Catwoman number 6. This is a really fun cover, done by Art Germ, of course. You can see Catwoman there, picking some presents there, and you got looks like either beat up or drunk Santa there at the bottom. So I thought that was a pretty fun cover there. And you can see there's some snow there in the background with the moon and whatnot. So there's my first book. The second book, this is Batgirl number 30. Not traditionally considered a holiday, Christmas cover, because I believe this book came out in March of this year, but I considered it, a holiday cover just because you see her there, you got some snow in the background. She's all like caped up. It's a really cool cover done by Josh Middleton, and it's signed there, but I believe either the colorist or the inkist. I can't think of the person's name. I ended up getting this book from recently from Billy from Economics and Comics in his mystery box. So I was glad to have this book back in the PC. So yeah, it's my second book, Batgirl number 30. Next book, one of my personal favorites, and one of the hardest books to get that's in my collection. This is Moon Knight, Silent Night. It's a one-shot. And the cover is done by one of my favorite, current artists, and that's Clayton Crane. Yeah, I think this is just a really cool cover that he's hanging up there in the, I don't know if he's in the top of a building, he's climbing down on the sleigh there, you got some presents and you got some cool lights there, he's just dangling. And he just, look at him, he just looks ripped. He's coming down there, looks like he's ready to battle. So really cool cover. I think I have 2 of them in my collection. I just wanted to show you this one. It's a scarce cover. I think they only had like 20,000 print run. So really fun book. Cool book to pick up if you can. So there's your Moon Knight, Silent Night number 1. Next book is a bit of an obscure one. You probably have never seen it before. This is done by SBI Press. These books are, I believe, issued quarterly by SBI Press. This is Phantasmagoria. This is the Winter Equinox 2018 special. I like how they have these, if you're familiar with any of these books at all, they have 3 stories in there. The art's pretty cool. The stories are decent, but this one's called Piñata Party Massacre, Attack of the Snow Bear, and then Snipe Hunt. So there's fun stories in there. I think it was a neat book. And you got this really cool skeleton, Mexican-ish looking snowman. Pretty cool. I like the little poinsettia leaf there. Got the, cool holiday Mexican looking colors there with the scarf, and he has this really wicked looking decked out heart in there. So that's a really fun book. Look out for that if you can. Great book. And then my last book, I mentioned this in my last New Comic Book Day Best Bets of the Week. This was the book that came out from last year from Boom Studios. Of course, is that one shot. My favorite book I got here for the holiday specials is Claus and the Crying Snowman by Boom Studios. Really fun book. I love seeing these medieval looking Santa Claus books there. Got this wicked looking snowman at the bottom there, and then this nice looking dragon. Grant Morrison story, Dan Mora artwork, absolutely beautiful. I was gonna put this year's Claus, but I haven't yet been to the LCS to pick it up. I heard it's a pretty fun read. There's no actual words in there, so it's like one of those, look at the artwork and it tells its story. So I'm going to look out for that one, and that'll be an additional book that adds to my holiday specials. So yeah, that's my Merry Christmas books. Let me know what you guys have in your collection, and hopefully if I can add some more to next year's. So for this week's New Comic Book Day Best Bets of the Week, it is an extremely light week. I'm only going to have maybe 2 or 3 books I'm going to recommend. You know, honestly, because it's the holiday this week, I personally thought that these publishers should have probably took the week off and not put any books, because to have only like really less than 10 books out, really, to get some keys out, you're really like, it's nitpicking. So I'm gonna give you my books that you should look out for. Most comic book shops won't be open till Thursday this week. I saw some people already put out New Comic Book Day reviews, which I thought was kind of strange that they already had the books out this early, but I know my shops nearby won't have books out till Thursday. So let's get into the best bets of the week. I'm not going to do my typical format where I usually go on Midtown or Comics Elite and show you the books. I'm just going to talk a little bit about them and put the images up, and then go from there. So the first book this week, I'm going to start with the independents, but really there's only one book, and it is going to be Kill Lock #1 by IDW. Basically, it's a story of guilty of an irredeemable crime, 4 robots, a soldier, an addict, a murderer, and a child must work together to find a cure for the kill lock. So it's just one cover. There's the cover for you. $3.99 cover price. I think it may be an interesting read. I recommend you guys pick it up. Like I said, it's the only indie book I'm looking at this week. So there's the first book at $3.99. Now going into Marvel. Marvel really has the bulk of the books, but really when I say bulk of the books, we're only talking like 2 or 3. So that's that. So the first book is actually going to be one I'm actually really interested in. It's called Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme #1. Is a few covers, and honestly they went crazy with these incentives. There's an incentive by Gabriel Del Otto, Gerardo Zaffino, and Hyuk Lee, and a ridiculous 1 in 100 Frank Miller cover. So the book I'm actually looking to pick up is, I want to say it's a 1 for 10. So like the cover A, it shows Doctor Strange with his mystical hand on the left, his surgeon hand on the right. So this is like an incentive secret variant, 1 for 10. You should be able to pick this up for $3.99 at most. Shouldn't pay more than 10 bucks. Most LCSs give you the book for cover price. But basically it has the hands swapped and the trade dress is green. So look out for that if you can find it. It's the secret variant. The trade dress is green versus the beige. And he has the surgeon hand on the left, the mystical hand on the right. I think that's going to be a hot book. So look for that one. Add that to the list, $3.99. We're just under 10 bucks with one more book to go. So there is a new interesting story that's coming out. It's called Incoming #1. It's going to be the new big, I don't know, I guess event going into 2020. It may be interesting to some. I'm personally not going to pick it up. I don't see the point of paying $9.99 for a very thick book, and it's not even going to be square bound. It's going to be held by 2 staples. So last time I remember seeing this really thick book like that was Amazing Spider-Man number 800, and they did the same thing, the 2 staples, and a lot of the cuts, when they cut the print books, there were a lot of issues on the corners. I got a feeling you're going to have a similar issue with this book. But honestly, I'm kind of sick of the big crossover events. They had, I think, 3 this year? War of the Realms, Absolute Carnage. I think 2 or 3. It could be the 2. And it just ends up being big overkill. I'm not interested in the book, so it's going to be a giant pass. The last book I'm going to recommend this week is, of course, Venom number 21. It's a book, one of the few books I have on my current pull. It's the beginning of the Venom Island. It's part 1 of 2. The setting is from the same island of Amazing Spider-Man number 347, so look out for that book if you can. It might pick up a little bit of steam depending on what the story is all about. Of course, it's written by Donny Cates, so you know he likes to tie in everything. There is this wicked cover by Clayton Crane showing this nice Venom skull and then the actual Venom Island in the background. It's going to be my cover of the week. It's my pick of the week. And I recommend that book at $3.99. I think this could be something really key. So, that's it for the week, guys. A really light week. I hope you guys enjoyed my Christmas/holiday covers. Hope you guys enjoyed my new comic book day best bets of the week. Well under budget. Just the 3 books. Save you guys some pennies on the dollar, and hopefully, help that roll over for the following week's books. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, it's Mark Spector Comics, out.